If you plan on taking the ACT or the SAT or the Aspire test or any of these standardized math tests in high school, what you can expect to see at some point during the test is probably an equation you've never seen before, and they ask you to solve it given some numbers. So they're giving you the equation and they're giving you the numbers. They just want to know, do you know what to do in that situation? Do you know how to plug things in and evaluate it algebraically? So if you haven't already, read this paragraph over. I want you to understand what variables are what. Okay, each of these variables has a meaning. And now I'm just going to show you how to plug this stuff in. So the initial investment, $1,400, that's P with a little zero under it. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 1,400 times, and now look what I'm doing. I'm just putting exactly what the equation tells me to. What's R? Okay, R is the growth rate of 0.05. What's N? N is the number of compounding events per year, right? It told us that up here. And if I read carefully, I can see that it says 52 compounding events per year. So N is 52. And N looks like it appears in more than one place, so it ends up there also in the exponent. And then T, what is T? Well, T is the length of time of the investment measured in years. And if I read further down, I see that this investment is going to last 5 years. So that's going to be 52 times 5. Now, there's no way I'm doing this in the head, but we can use a calculator. That's allowed. So I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses first. And I'm going to say 1 plus 0.05 divided by 52. And in there, inside the parentheses, I get the following. 1.000961538. You may think it's obnoxious that I put all those decimals. I agree. It is obnoxious. And this is how you avoid making errors, by including all those obnoxious decimals. The exponent on top, 52 times 5, is 260. And only now am I ready to actually calculate using that exponent. I'm going to multiply. I'm going to take 1.00096 blah, blah, blah to the 260th power. Okay, so 1.000961538 to the power of, and if you have the answer button on your calculator, that will make this a little easier. So when I simplify that, I get 1,400 times 1.28387. 1. Okay, so the big decimal raised to the 260th power is a slightly greater value. It's 1.28 now. And I multiply that by 1,400. And I get this. $1,797 and about 42 cents. So you see now at the end, I'm getting a little casual with my rounding. I'm not having 10 decimals. It's not necessary. It says round it to 2 decimals, and that is appropriate to do at the end. But if you made that rounding move in the middle, like if you rounded this thing right here before you were done, you are going to make an error that's called a rounding error. That is just a part of math. Basically, when you make an error and you're not done working, your error will get bigger and bigger and bigger during the course of your calculations. So watch out for that.